Welcome to the Atrioc broadcast here on June 8th, 2026, about halfway through the year. And what an intense year it has been, 2026. Jesus. How the hell are you? Goofy John Pork, Minecraft implosion with the 34 months. Good vibes to you, my friend. Brixie BB, thank you for the prime. RJKCIT, I can't pronounce your name at all. Thank you for the 49 months. That's a fucking long time. Tweeter side with the prime, thank you very much. Knicks fans crash out coming tomorrow. Why would they crash out? They're up 2-0. You think they're going to lose? You think they're going to lose tonight? Maybe. They should. Hopefully the Spurs win tonight, so it's a good series. I would hate to be down 3-0 for what is supposed to be a really epic series. Have you heard that New York apparently hates our GOAT, Donald J. Trump? I don't believe it. There's no one in this country who even has the slightest negative feeling towards Donald J. Trump. After all he's done for us, I don't believe it. I think it's fake news. I think it's the woke mob. I think what you're doing is spreading FUD. And I'm not going to divest from Trump coin. You mean Donald J. Christ? Yeah, for sure. Thanks for streaming earlier. Now I can get double swole while working out and listening to you. Yeah, you're working out your body and you're working out your brain. So it's a win-win. M. Dalla, thank you for the 14 months. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. All business owners say Knicks in 7. What does this mean? What does this mean? What do you polled every business leader in America on the winner of the Knicks Spurs game, and they all said Knicks in 7. I don't. How would you possibly know this? And why would it matter? Why would they be better at predicting the game than anyone else? They just work at they're just stupid. It doesn't make any sense, bro. Have you considered investing into a Knicks win? You've been investing in me in gambling, huh? Big A, I sent you and the Lemonade Stand boys a message about interviewing a co-greasing candidate. Respectfully, what the fuck is co-greasing? Does that mean you grease up, but with somebody else? Is it like tag team greasing? Like lathering your body in grease? Nailed it? I just think that interviewing someone who's really good at that, I don't know what I would say other than like, does the grease wash off easy? Yeah, I've always said there wasn't enough grease in politics. Big A, why are you supporting the Knicks in this series? I'm not supporting anyone in this damn series, but I'm leading the Knicks. I don't want to support the Knicks because it's kind of fucked that Timothy Chalamet gets a W. I don't want to support the Knicks. I would like all the celebrities in New York who buy $100,000 tickets for courtside to lose. I would prefer that. However, I'm already, as a person who watches basketball in the Western Conference, afraid of this Wemby dynasty. And I would prefer Wemby to not already get a ring at age fucking 22. He's going to win 10 already. I just want him to. So I would prefer to slow Wemby down a year. So I'm rooting for the Knicks. But either way, I'm not happy. Remember when Knicks mint underwear? Good times. Who are you appealing to here? I'm the oldest person here, and this is not appealing to me. You're talking about like Knickerbockers? It's like the 1920s, maybe? When did they say that's insanely old? Do you think Trump shutting down the watch parties will turn NY blue? Do you think NY is red? You thought it was deep red until Trump shut down the Knicks watch parties? Isn't Trump taller than Wemby? He is, but he slouches because he doesn't want to seem too arrogant. Because he's the GOAT. Found out on what was supposed to be my first day that the company that hired me is closing the office I was supposed to start at. So I'm rejoining chat where everyone is unemployed. Wait a minute. On your first day, they canceled the job and closed the office? That fucking sucks. That sucks ass. I'm sorry to hear that, Sea Dragon. I hope another opportunity appears. I'm sorry to hear that's a fucking annoying piece of news. They just hated you, dude. They literally shut it down to stop working with you. Hey, Big A. Did you see that Trump falling asleep mid Oval Office? Which one, bro? He's fallen asleep like 20 times. Bro's eepy. Nothing wrong with that. Listen, here's the thing, guys. A lot of the media, especially conservative media, gave Biden a lot of leeway on anything that made him look old. Okay. They never pushed him on that. And so you have to give the same grace to Trump. Okay. It feels so whack after Biden got the passes. No one ever called him out on anything related to being sleepy or old. We need to be fair. We need to be fair. Zergle, thank you for the 2 months. Atrioc, I finished my first year at uni a few days ago, and it's gone incredibly well. I'm so fucking happy. Okay. Hey, congrats. Listen, not that I don't believe you. I mean, you probably are really fucking happy, but it's just when someone says that, I feel like they're projecting. I'm so fucking happy. You guys don't know how happy I am. I'm the happiest guy ever. It's like some social media shit, bro. I feel like the person's dying inside. By the way, I would have said the same thing first year in university. I had a really great freshman year. And then sophomore year, I installed League of Legends. So don't do that. If you're really enjoying your university life, you got a great first year. Maybe you met a partner, you're dating, you're getting out there, you're going to some parties. Don't install League of Legends sophomore year. Are you eating carrots? Yeah, I'm eating carrots. They're Sour Patch shaped, but they're carrots. They're healthy. This is a healthy snack. Crack cocaine is more healthy than League. First time chatter. I don't know. They're both Schedule 1 drugs. You know what I'm saying? They're both banned by the FDA. At least crack has some friction to it. There's friction in League. The friction is the dwindling number of people in your life that ask you to go do things. And you have to tell them no. It's like your family or your friends or your partner, and they want you to like go out and do things, and you're like, and you make up an excuse and you play League. Winterly Parsley. Thank you for the 40 months. Love the new schedule as an EU frog. Hey, happy to do it for you. It's also good for my life and my health, so it's a win-win. I'm sorry to the degenerate PST frogs who missed their late nights timing, but it was way better for me. And the streams go longer because I have 50 times more energy instead of doing it at the end of the day. Hey, Big A, ever since you started doing the early streams, my productivity at work has gone down. It's on purpose, bro. It's on purpose. I'm slowly trying to help tank the world economy. So I go live earlier to try and hurt working hours. And that by that net drag on productivity, we're going to finally crack this stock market. Oh, man, it's Ham. Thank you for the prime. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. I'll be watching TikToks at work, but now I can watch Atrioc. Should I get into TikTok dancing? What do you guys think? I've been really trying to make a content pivot here into just pure on basically dance content. I feel like, yeah, I can talk about economic and business news, snore, or I could use my powers for good. Look at this. That's a little teaser. That's a new one I'm working on. You know what I'm saying? Did you see Backrooms movie? No, but Ari did. She really liked it. I'm not going to see it. The last poll would have been to see it with my wife, and she's already seen it. So I literally have no reason to see it, even if it is good. Yeah, what it was we both got a ticket. We showed up, and then right as the previews were playing, she's like, "This is going to be a good horror movie," and I said, "Horror movie!" Ah! And I ran out of the theater because I was too scared. That's what happened. That's exactly what happened. You good call. I said, "No, I can't watch it," and then I went and watched Paw Patrol. No, I watched Obsession and I loved it. Obsession was great. Obsession was a really fire movie. One of the better horror movies I've seen in a long time. It wasn't cheap scares. It was like a really good movie. I thought it was awesome. But I don't think I will like Backrooms. I don't think I will like it. Hey, why the mason jar? One S in mason jar, but you're getting there. It holds a lot of water and is easy to sip from. So it's kind of a win. I really have no problem with this mason jar situation. Seeing lots of drama on how much people were paid for Obsession not sharing the success. Yeah, I saw some of that. It's kind of an interesting debate. You know, it's an indie film. They were paid the day rate they agreed to. After it pops off, you get an incredible production credit. You could probably get a lot of jobs off that. Seems weird to trash them for like asking for money after. But what you could do, I think the honest thing you could do is like during negotiation, just have a clause in the contract. Make it more standard. It should be more standard to have a clause in the contract that if this movie makes 10x its budget back or something, then a small percent is distributed to the fucking staff. If like it's like a clause for like the lottery. It's the lottery clause that if things super pop off, you get some share. That's not a crazy idea, but I think you have to negotiate it ahead of time. I'm not a big fan of like agreeing to a deal and then later trying to act like they scammed you. They didn't scam you, bro. If the movie had flopped, you'd be fine, I guess. It makes no sense. If the movie lost money, do you have to give some of your money back? But I think there should be a deal like that ahead of time. I DM'd Jason Blum to give them bonuses. He hasn't replied yet. We'll update soon. Although I don't think it was the production studio that made the most upside. I think the movie's distribution rights were bought for like 10 million, which obviously is a big upside from it cost $1 million to make. But then I think most of the upside after that went to the distributor, obviously, who didn't know it would be such a smash hit. Are you watching the direct tomorrow? Yeah, actually I am. It's crazy you asked that because normally I'd say no. I don't stream on Tuesdays. Part of the new schedule. The schedule is every day 2:30 to 5:30 except for Tuesdays and Sundays. In case you forgot, this is the schedule. The schedule is every day except for Tuesdays and Sundays, 2:30 to 5:30. However, I will be going live tomorrow at 7 a.m. Pacific to watch the Nintendo Direct and give a short presentation on Nintendo Switch and where it currently stands in the gaming industry. So it should be a fun time. It should be a fun time for all of us, I think. Thank you for the 53 months, Flying B-Man 1. Does the director of Obsession get all the extra box office money? Isn't that what I just said is not happening? I'm kidding, like 1 sentence ago, before that question. So you must have been watching the Obsession part, and you must have been watching now. But did you skip the part 1 sentence ago where I explained that the distributor makes the most of the profit? Because I just said it. It's not like a million, not even 5 minutes ago. It was 30 seconds ago. All right. Well, interesting. Stop rubbing your eyes, bro. It's bad. I have an eye issue because of that. Well, my eyes are built different. So I will change nothing. Have you beaten 007 yet? Nope. But I might beat it today. TBD. I think I'm close. What are your thoughts on the sudden push to purchase a small business as the new American dream? Starting a small business is not necessarily crazy. Purchasing one sounds like a push from retiring boomers to offload their small businesses onto you at a market peak. That's what I would imagine is happening if you're hearing a lot of marketing about this. As they get old and they can't find someone to take over their businesses. So that would be my guess, but not so crazy to start one. Or if you found one for a really good price. Hasn't PE already bought all the small businesses? Not all of them, but yeah, a lot of them. You know what's funny is like, so there's this, like, okay, there's this common scenario where like new graduates from a top business school, like Harvard Business School or something, will be like, oh, as a private equity manager, I can buy these small businesses and I'll run them way better than the old fucks who managed them before. And these small businesses have learned that they can sell at way better prices if they pretend to be worse than they are. I'll explain like this. So it's like, let's say you have a gardening business that serves a town. Okay, you're a gardening business. You clean people's lawns or whatever. And you make pretty good money, good cash flow. If you like replace your online website with a fax machine, and if you like like make it seem like you have a really old ordering system, then the PE guy goes, oh, I can just step in here. I can modernize this quick. I could throw up a website. I could add a automatic calling thing. I'll turn this place around so quickly. And so they'll make it deliberately worse and give them obvious fixes. And then it's like, oh, this will be easy. This is cash flowing well. And then they'll spend all, $2 million buying this small business. And they realize that like that wasn't the problem. It was like a fake problem. And they can't even, it's like an adaptation to all this easy money coming from private equity and these rich kids. So they pay more for a worse product? Yeah, because they think it's an easy fixer-upper. They think they can grow it really easy. Curry Barker's next movie, Anything But Ghosts, is set in the same One Wish Willow universe. It stars Aaron Paul and Bryce Dallas Howard, too. Those are good actors and actresses. I'm excited for it. I don't think it needs to be in the One Wish Willow universe. I hope he doesn't start to make an expanded universe. The last thing I want from a wave of new indie filmmakers is more expanded universes. That's what I don't need that. I hope it has no relation. I hope it's a whole different. Oh, you mean the OWWCU? If we just replace Marvel slop with expanded universe indie horror slop, I'm not going to be happy. If there's a Backrooms Obsession crossover, that's not going to. Did Moon fix his mod? Oh, no, I don't think so. It's not Moon's mod. He's the one that found it and made it into a thing. But I don't think it's fixed. I mean, I could check. We'll check later. I'll check later. I would like to play it if it's available. I'll do a run or two, but I don't think it's fixed. Hey, considering that the coffee cow are so interested in coffee, would you ever consider playing the new Killer Bean game? I'm only here for the new Killer Bean game content, Aga. Okay, well, you have 20 months of a sub and you have 999 messages, but you're only here for the Killer Bean content, which I've never played. No, I'm not super interested in playing it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I got to finish 007 and then I got to practice Age of Empires. Where are we standing on that, by the way? Little Age of Empires update. Age of Empires updates. Oh, by the way, not confirmed or anything at all, but I might have gotten invited to cast an Age of Empires grand finals in the future because of how much that Age of Empires video popped off with me casting the last finals. They were like, hey, we thought you did such a good job. We love the video. Do you want to? Which is crazy. That's crazy. Like they want to like fly me out and stuff. That's crazy. But TBD. All right, where are we standing? Come on. Well, a little quick standings check, folks. We have 7 days, 1 week until the tournament. And currently I'm sitting at rank 6. If you actually go by rating, I'm probably ranked 6, 7. I'm ranked 7. And that's something. I have a low win rate, though it's rising. Started out with 10 losses or whatever. And out of 20, not bad. Not bad. And yeah, I got 1 week. So here's the thing. Let's sort this by numbers of games played, and you'll notice a pattern here. The top 4 most games played are all on Grubby's team. Then the next 4 most game plays are all on Pig's team. The other 2 teams are trash, bro. Myself included. And the bottom 2 teams have to do like a gauntlet to get kicked out or whatever, so we're almost certainly cooked. Spiffing Brit still hasn't played a game. He still hasn't played 1 game. That's crazy. That is crazy. We have only a week left. Does Spiff know that he joined? Oh, yeah, he knows because he's in our group chat, but he just hasn't played yet. It's not looking good, folks. I must be earnest. I must be honest. Damn, Yamato Cannon on a 6-win streak. What a beast. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'll try my best. It's fun. It's definitely fun, but I'm not super high on our chances, especially with the team part. And, like, we're just not. Like, even my captain's got 14 games. That's not good. Anyway, it'll be fun. It'll be a hoot. How many civs have you learned? On a grand scale, I feel like I've learned all of the civilizations. But on a more accurate one, I feel like I've learned none. Actually, I feel like I've tried so many that I've spread myself thin, and now I can't even play Vikings anymore. Like, I tried Vikings yesterday, and I was like, I don't even remember what to do. I don't even remember my build. So I feel like honestly, I think I could have played no games, and I would have improved. Like, I would have done better. I would have come back and had like probably a solid 1 Vikings win. We'll see. Yeah, I should have done the Spiffing Brit. So you've unlearned stuff in a way, yeah. It's a hard game, bro. It's a hard game. Cosmic, thank you for the 2 months of tier 1. Would you say the republishing takedowns have overall been successful so far? To be honest, yes. So a little inside baseball here, but since taking down the fan channels, the VOD revenue doubled. We had back-to-back like 1 out of 10s on Big A. And then Big A bonus today's a 1 out of 10. And it was like instant. It was instant, bro. So I think just out of nowhere, the fucking that just happened or whatever, the stock thing I talked about, that's gonna be like an 800K view video out of nowhere. That was me just covering 1 day of stock. I was like, yeah, it wasn't even like a long form presentation. That's crazy, bro. You think it was the Knicks? Maybe the Knicks did it for me. Maybe. Anyway, pretty wild. Pretty freaking wild, I gotta be honest with you. So yeah, I guess I'm glad I did it. And really, I haven't seen any downsides, and it's been nice to do. Dude, I opened my brokerage app today, and they had a full screen sponsored ad for the SpaceX IPO taking up the whole login page. Wait, really? Send me the fucking picture. Dude, he's getting so desperate. He's getting so desperate. This is crazy. There's so much like retail pressure. They're doing all these paid articles where it's like, can you 10x your money in SpaceX stock? Find out now. Like, there's just so much shit. Where do I send it? Do you have Twitter? Just tweet at me at Atrioc right now, and then just fucking send it. They're doing the same for SoFi. Yeah, they're rolling out this whole campaign to get everyone feeling FOMO over the very limited number of shares they're floating to try and pop the stock. Did you see there's a 6.1 earthquake in Cuba today? I didn't see that. But oh my God, there is massive earthquake in Cuba. I'm not a good power scaler on earthquake sizes. Is 6.1? What is that? How does that manifest? Earthquake scale. Here. It looks like, based on this scientific method right here, 8.0 are like disastrous. 7, major earthquake. 6.1 is may cause major damage in populated areas. So pretty strong. Definitely above moderate. Well, I don't know if Cuba needs this right now. I'm not sure this is the right moment for God to be doing any one of his random attacks on Cuba. 7.0 and up is Atrioc getting up in the middle of the night to pee. Really? Talking about disaster in Cuba, and you gotta make a fat joke about me? Really? Hey, Big A, I'm a longtime YouTube viewer. I had several interviews with recruiters in the mid-level AI space. Recently, they've been pretty revelatory. I want to share, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Feels like a thread I'm holding, but don't have enough market knowledge to fully pull on it. That was a beautiful song. Thank you for writing that. I'm not sure I could help you out here. It sounds like you are you're well versed in the space yourself. You've been talking to people. You're working in it. I wish you luck. Seems like a person who would sleep through a whole earthquake. I've slept through earthquakes. We had earthquakes in San Francisco, but they're not that big. They weren't that big. We had little mini earthquakes. I've definitely slept through. Did you see that the Ukraine has cut off all the gas to Crimea? Yeah, we're doing that's tomorrow's topic for Lemonade Stand. Is we're doing a little bit of a mini deep dive here on the current status of Ukraine war, because it really seems like Ukraine has made so many W's recently. They've just had some shockingly good results, and there's been some bad news for Putin. So it's like an interesting thing to cover. The latest drones are insane. The striking the gas and oil supplies are insane. I'm not saying it's good. It sounds like it's like a great time over there, but I'm just saying like they've really gained some momentum through just like hyper ferocious focusing on drones, like even more than they were before. They've just tripled down on it, and it's become insane. Hey, Atrioc, recent new Big A watcher. Could you share what resources use for political financial news? I make it all up. That's a great question, Crub. What I do is I take a Mad Libs of political words like Trump and economy and that. I put it in a hat and I just pick them out and I make up a sentence. It's like a fun little game I play. None of it has any basis in reality. Literally, there's not even a war in Iran. I made that whole thing up. The whole thing is made up on this stream, and I just roll with it. But sometimes I'll ask Grok, is this true? Sometimes I ask Grok if this is true. And so you know it's fact checked. Did you make up the gas prices too? Yeah, everyone got panicked because I made up a fake war. Now they're all raising gas prices, but it's not real. Hey, Big F infiltrated the Y Combinator A16Z startup scene, and the level of LARPing, social exclusivity, and internal customer searching within badges I've seen is actually shocking aware. Yeah, it's SF for you, bro. A lot of status seekers. A lot of socially maladjusted status seekers. It's not the greatest circle of all time, but there's some real ones in there. You got to find a genuine nerd who has one hardcore genuine interest, and that's what you got to like attach yourself to, because they're that's the one that's actually going to blow up. That's the one that's going to be the smart. What if it's being a furry? If they're truly passionate about it, they can make money too. That business would pop off. Atrioc, you see OpenAI just confidentially filed for IPO? Wasn't that confidential if you know about it? How confidential could it be? If there's 10 headlines about it and you just fucking... Yeah, bro, but they're late. They're late, bro. They're going to be the last one to the party. They better hope all the booze isn't gone. They better hope. Sama is a big A viewer? I don't think so. Hey, Big A. I landed a role in investment banking, specifically covering A. Am I cooked, you think? When you say A, people might think you're saying you forgot to say I, and you meant to say AI. But I think you actually are hired to cover my channel, the Big A. And I think that's awesome. I think that's awesome that the big investment banks are hiring you just to like keep an eye out on what's going on the YouTube. Hey, Shrek, how do I get famous online and earn bread being a nerd for the Beach Boys? It's not impossible. You're saying like it's like a super huge joke. But theoretically, if you're the world's foremost Beach Boys historian, you could probably do an interesting YouTube video that leads into selling a book. You know what I'm saying? And then boomers find it in their algo, and you put it on Facebook, and you put it on fucking Instagram Reels, and you make money. Not that crazy. I would make it so the book is like a collectible. It's like a really ornate cover, and maybe it includes like exclusive photos from back then in the time of the Beach Boys. And then you sell it to Beach Boys fans, and they put it on their coffee table. Old people. Write it with AI to save time. Do you still listen to the 80s? I'm not really an 80s music guy. I mean, obviously, you know, did some of the hits, but I'm a classic 90s kid, bro. I like 90s, early 2000s hip hop, honestly. Honestly. And then recent hip hop I like is fucking JID and Denzel Curry. That's about the last two I added to my repertoire. Sorry, I meant 1880. I'm talking about like Beethoven and shit. I'm talking about when I was 50. I'm not like the other white boys. Yeah, exactly. You got me. You love Drake's trilogy album, don't you? I can't. Oh, yeah, I can't get enough of Drake's trilogy. The trilogy, I call it. How was Mozart? He was fine. A little overrated in my time, you know? Mozart was kind of like the Drake of his day, in that he was a pedophile. Why am I slandering Mozart? A little tone deaf, yeah. Did you see the new Siri? I heard about it. I haven't seen it. I don't have an iPhone. But I did hear that there's an overhaul of Siri. What did they do? Apple Siri. Apple announces Siri AI and its next generation of Apple intelligence. Apple's second chance at AI. All right. I mean, we'll see. Hey, how was the Xbox conference? I didn't get to watch it. Was there anything beast? They added a 25th anniversary Xbox Series X 2.5. Wow. I would absolutely not buy this. That would absolutely not be a purchase that I make. New Spyro? Wait, I kind of want to see. Just because I like that Spyro speedrunning video. Spyro trailer. In a realm beyond. Well, you can tell it's Spyro right away. They nailed the colors. Uh-oh. A new evil rises. He's back! Ah! Is it an exclusive? Is it console only? PC? PlayStation? Wow. They don't make games like this anymore. Oh, it's on PlayStation 2. Wait. Bro. Okay. All right. Well, that's not... It's on PS2. Yeah. And also PS5 as well. Was there any exclusive at this event? Or is Xbox just cooked?
But yeah.
There were two. What were they? Gears and Fable. Oh, I am excited for Fable. Fable 3. Was there a new trailer? Oh, I'm sorry. Fable, what is it? Fable Beyond? Fable. Just called Fable, actually. Fable PS5. Let's find out. Fable is on PS5. Wait, that's not exclusive. Is it just Gears? Here's the thing. All I want to say is, it feels like there's been a narrative switch about Xbox recently, which is that, oh, this new CEO's coming in and fixing things. And it's not that I don't... She's like making some changes at the margin, but it feels to me like Xbox is still a ship that has hit the Titanic and is sinking. I don't see any... Like, here's two things I just want to say. One is they can't really sustainably get any exclusive because they have to make some money. They're in a short-term thing to try and make money. So it's all going multi-platform. And then secondly, the memory crisis is causing the prices of all the consoles to go up. So, like, they're going to have to announce both console price increases and likely layoffs. That's where it's headed. I talked to some people around the games event. I just think like it's not... I don't think they're in a good spot at all. I think Xbox is in a lot of trubs. They were really pushing Game Pass, but like that, do you understand? Like that's what they were doing before. It's like, what if we bring in a new CEO with this crazy new idea of like everything's an Xbox and we push the Game Pass? And like we tried that. You don't understand they made a see-through Xbox? They did bring back a translucent green see-through Xbox, so I guess I'm the fucking fool. I guess that's my problem. But Gears of War E-Day is an Xbox console exclusive, but it's still coming to PC. So like, if you're a true, like I gotta play everything gamer, PS5 plus PC has been the dominant combo. And it remains the case, even with Gears of War E-Day, if that's what you want to play, which I'm not stoked on it particularly. I'm not really a Gears of War guy. I'm sure some people are. And then yeah, Switch too. If you want Mario, if you want Nintendo games, it just doesn't. It feels like Xbox has not found a position for itself in the market. Did you see this though? What's this? Open link. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, there's the console. You just mentioned this. The console. Oh, but they gave out free versions of this to anyone in the crowd who had a badge marked fan. That's smart. Good. It's good. Look at that. She's making some of the right. Actually, at the margin, she's making some right moves. But like, it's like the direction of travel for the Xbox business is down, and like I don't think it's even slowed. I think it's the same speed down. Clockwork. What is Clockwork? Clockwork Revolution. This is an exclusive.
It's my kind of night. Alarms are ringing. Bullets are flying.
What you do that for?
My fingers slip. And every copper in the...
Sorry, I clicked on a video called Modern Day London. This is filmed one day ago. This is live. Where's the game again? Because we don't have the actual game trailer. I made a huge mistake. I don't want to watch just live streaming of the fucking...
Its angle is on my tail.
Hooligans, come to order.
Piss off! Let me introduce you to some of my esteemed colleagues.
Even my schemes have schemes.
Me, I prefer to make it up as I go.
What is this?
Morgan! Oh, you'll have better odds getting through without me.
What kind of game? Is this like a Fallout type game? Is it, what kind of gameplay?
Everyone knows you're easy pickings. for
BioShock
someone with
type
any
game?
sand. Then give my regards to the Sandman. Cheap rubbish.
A corpse in hand is worth two in the grave, as they say.
Oh, you said that.
Look at the bloody airships. We're not here for you.
Not here for me! I'm Anne fucking Darrow!
Time to lay our hands to mischief.
They are as British as they get. They are as British as they get. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Could be okay. BioShock. BioShock's a great game. Oh, I mean, all the comments are like, this is a very BioShock feeling game looking game. Dishonored mixed with BioShock. Yeah, it could be cool. Could be cool. I'm not gonna rule it out. But I'd still buy it on PC, so what are we dealing with here? Atrioc, I know you're really only an NBA guy, but college football is dealing with some issues. It looks like a QB who was found to have bet on his own team a few years ago will be allowed to continue playing. Slippery slope, bro. Slippery slope. You really have to have a no tolerance policy on gambling to try and have some level of fear. Once people think they can get away with it, even slightly, everyone, I mean, people are already doing it. There's definitely some point shavers out there. There's definitely some fucking, but at the highest level, the risks should be so high that you don't do it. There's zero incentive not to. Well, there's some incentive not to. If you're a player who cheats or is involved with gambling and you get caught, you're publicly disgraced, you're banned from the league, you lose a lot of money. So there's some risk, right? But if you start, you know, being lax on that, they're already incentivized to do it because they think they won't get caught. But if they think they can get caught and not even be bad, it's really bad. I mean, I think gambling is really poisoning sports for sure. Betting on your own team is fine. No, it's not. We can't be drawing the line like that. You shouldn't be able to bet on the games, bro. You shouldn't be able to bet on the games. There's no line. Especially because the thing they bet on mostly is like, it's like you bet on your individual stats. You might bet that I don't do this much or I get this many rebounds or whatever. And then you focus only on that stat over the purpose of the game. Oh, shit. God damn it! I dropped the Sour Patch Kid. That's lost to time. 5-hour rule. You would drop a child? How the fuck? I drop a small Sour Patch Kid and you're like, oh yeah, you probably can't have a kid. You'll drop a kid. No, I wouldn't drop a child. What's this? Mouthwashing announced a new game? Wait, what? Who made mouthwashing? Wrong Organ. Kai Moore? Wrong Organ Game Studio. What did they announce? Carcass Clad.
Valmiina!
Mene määränpäähän.
Selvä! Käynnistä moottorin!
Okay, I get a real Iron Lung vibe from this, but... But it's a tank. It's different because it's a tank. Oh, you can get out.
Signaali havaittu!
Oh, God.
Edetään rauhassa taistelu.
Ladattu!
Jesus Christ. Kind of horrifying.
Käännetään oikealle! Ammus tuossa!
Carcass Clad. Looks cheery. It's definitely competing with Spyro for the same audience. I can't tell. They're both like so fun, you know? I'll probably try it just because I love mouthwashing. It was probably my game of that year when it came out. 24? That was a great game, mouthwashing. Good storytelling. They should have hired me to voice act, though. Is the Moon mod fixed? As far as I know, no. And it is available to anyone to play, yeah. It takes a while to install. It's a pain in the ass, but... No lie, I saw 2 different people watching your YouTube videos in my office's cafe. Software engineers are plugged into your content twin. I fucking love being called twin. I love a good lock-in twin. Something about it's just great slang. I gotta be honest with you, Gen Z, you're statistically dumber, but you have great slang. Your slang era has been incredible. It's like top tier. Luminescent Lion, thank you for the 36 months. I appreciate that. No, Alpha is dumber. Gen Z is the peak. No! No! Gen Alpha's dumber. We're peak. You're gonna have some Gen Alpha people in here just like, no, it's Gen Beta. Punch down, baby. Punch down. As a Gen Z viewer, how can I accept this? I don't want to be dumber. I'm just kidding. First time chatting from YouTube. What's your advice if you suddenly find yourself in a less than moral industry, data centers, but also find yourself unable to avoid the pay cut to build a construction dream? I don't. I'm not the right person to ask, bro, because I tell people the same thing every time. Get your own life in order before you worry about the grand moral problems of the universe. Working on a data center installation is not a moral failure on your part. You have to feed your family, bro. That's where the money is, where all the money is. In fact, you're kind of like,
Like a big pasta bake or a classic roast.
Focus on gathering around the table together to
Why
share
is
a good meal and great
my
conversation.
phone telling me to feed you guys a wholesome home-cooked pasta, bake, or roast? What? I must have hit a microphone button and asked the question. What question does it think I asked? Do it now? Okay, it thinks I asked it a moral family at your party or feed your family, bro. Which is what I was just doing. And it says focus on feeding them a big pasta bake or a classic roast. Fucking dumbass AI, bro. That's why we need you to build that data center. Get to work. Get to work. We need the data. We need more of this, bro. Get fucking working. You guys want a pot roast or what? I feel like I need to be a better host. Do you think the AI models will save me in the future when they take over the world because I help train them by doing data annotation? Yes, 100%. Everybody who helps the AI right now is getting flagged in their back end to be one of the good ones when they take over. And you'll be put in a nice, you'll be like a happy, fun farm for humans where you can frolic in the fields. But if you talk shit to it, if you don't say please and thank you, you're dead, bro. Are you still looking for Wisconsinites to help with WY1? Yeah, I am. I'm talking with a team about maybe funding a phone bank for that election. It's just I'm trying to figure out the cost. It might be quite pricey. I'm trying to see what I can reasonably put in. You know, unrelated, but I told you guys a story. If you guys were here live, for a YouTube viewer, you didn't see this. It's not for the YouTube. I told a story about a friend of mine who's in trouble with this stupid fucking contractor who's like suing him, and so I'm kind of trying to help that guy out financially. So I've got to be careful with how much money I got to be balancing how much I spend on a fucking Wisconsin super PAC, but I'm working on it. Do you think it's fair to say companies take risks anymore? I feel like we get charged more for the risk they take, but the risk isn't exist for major companies. I think you're circling an idea that I agree with, which is like one of the biggest problems with our economy is that I truly feel that we protect the already established, the already wealthy, the already big from losses. We protect them from the consequences of their own stupidity. I do feel that in a more fair system, these, like, the rich would get outcompeted often. I don't think that they're uniquely better. I don't think it's like a, but there's a lot of shit that gets thrown up to stop them from creative destruction. Okay. What is creative destruction? It's the idea that the you want bad businesses to fail. You want small but healthy downturns more often. Right now we suppress the ability of a downturn to happen. And so bad ideas and businesses and investments last way longer than they should. Then like the bubble sort of inflates. You kind of want the downturn quick. That way the money gets redirected to more productive things. That's the idea of creative destruction. You want that. But we don't have that shit. So way less metal than it sounds. It's still pretty metal. It's still pretty metal. Did you see the new trailer for the Halo 1 remake with shot on PS5 Pro? Wait a minute. I didn't see that, but there's a Halo 1 remake? I didn't see that. Is there a trailer? Didn't they already have a remake? Am I crazy? Wasn't there already a remake? Is there a new remake? The first was shit. That's the Nintendo strategy, dude. Remake your games so often, and people can say the last remake was shit, so I'll buy this one. Everyone's realizing if you ever have a hit, you better remake that shit 100 times. Because the fans will buy it. Works for Skyrim? True. I mean, Halo 1 was peak, bro. If they had made a good enough remake, even I'd play. I don't even like shooters.
Now move it out. Double time.
Double time! They're in the ground!
We were losing the war,
And then?
pushed to the edge of extinction by an alien alliance
One
bent
man
on
showed
our
up.
eradication. The Covenant. So we made a bet and trusted everything we had left to one soldier.
I need a weapon.
Those of us who managed to escape found something.
John Master Chief.
It wasn't refuge. It was something ancient. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Kind of spoilers. Oh, the music!
The Covenant followed us here. If they claim this place, humanity doesn't survive.
That's not going to happen.
Oh, it does look good. Oh!
You are more than your armor. More
Yeah, it's a
than
fun
your
game.
mission. And more than they can handle.
This feels like, it's so funny. It like brings you back. It feels like a commercial for a game in 2002. Like the way it's set up feels classic. Yeah, it looks good. This kind of reminds me of Halo. Yeah, I'm getting real Halo vibes from this. I feel like Halo fans will really enjoy a game like that. Like it feels like it's a spiritual sequel or something in a way. Are there examples of remakes and re-releases being so common in other industries? Each industry is unique, right? We have had movie remakes and re-releases. It's just different. Yeah, I think a lot of things have that. Or you have things inspired by, or you have songs that sample old songs, and you have, there's a lot of taken from the past what works. Like if you play this theme. Depending on what era you're from, you'll have a totally different song because it's been used in a bunch. It's from Despicable Me. Yeah, that's the Minions song is what I was talking about. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum. Has anyone seen the debt maxing tweets from Goblin? I have no idea who Goblin is or what you're talking about. I did see this. I did see that Matthew Ball got hired by Xbox. Good for him. I mean, he's a very interesting writer on the state of the games industry. Certainly, he's one of the best informed on where things currently are. Maybe he'll have some smart ideas. Oh, you got me with Goblin D's nuts. Fuck! Oh, God damn it. Disaster. I'm such a fool. I'm such a fool, dude. Big A, I'm turning 30 this year. Any advice? Advice for your 30s. Pack it up. That's pack it in, bro. It's over. Give up. I would tell you, it's so boring, bro. You just got to figure out your health and sleep. That's it. That's what you got to do, because you can't get away with it in your 30s. That's the honest truth. You got to like take care of your fucking skin, teeth, and body. Because, yeah, it's like if you don't use it, you lose it. True facts. You have to ignore your deviated septum and buy 10,000 boxes of nose strips. How do you know that I do this? Have I said this? Dude, I've kept those industries in business. I have bought so many thousands of nose strips. I put on a nose strip every night. Pulls my nose apart. Sleep like a baby. I sleep like a baby. Thoughts on the Lego saga? I am maintaining as the one person not going to cover the Lego saga, just on principle at this point. Every single YouTuber has realized that if you make a Lego video, you get 1 million views. So I'm just not going to do it. I'm just not doing it. Everybody has made like 100 videos. Even fucking everybody, not just Charlie now. It's like 100 people. Every YouTuber I follow has all fallen into it. Lego's a banned word. I'd not ban the word Lego. I don't know why it's banned. It must have been from something else. Oh, it's because of Bionicle. It must be. I was like, I didn't ban it. I don't care enough to ban it for this. Oh, yeah, I definitely banned it for Bionicle, bro. People are too annoying. 100 P. 1984? Yeah. That book was about how sometimes you need to fucking repress people or they get out of pocket. That's what the book was. That's the moral of the book. You guys didn't read it too closely. Were you ever an Advance Wars player? Yeah. Yeah, dude. I think I've told this story, but when I was a kid, this is an embarrassing story. There's 2 parts to it. It's so bad. When I was a kid, I read a copy of Nintendo Power, and they were like, there's a game called Advance Wars coming out in April. And I was like, holy fuck, this game looks awesome. I didn't say holy fuck because I was a kid. I was like literally like 10 years old. And so I told my parents, hey, for my birthday, can I get a copy of Advance Wars when it comes out? Like, I really want it. My parents said, yeah. They said, sure, yeah, you can get it. And I was so excited. And then on my birthday, it was like a month later, my parents forgot about that. And they they did some surprise for me. I don't remember what it was. It was really nice. Like they took me somewhere. I don't remember. They threw a party or whatever. They did like, I don't even remember because my fine was so, but in my head, I was so sad because I was so disappointed because all I wanted was Advance Wars. So like they did like a nice thing for my birthday, but they didn't remember that. And I just like was ignoring it. I was like not. And then they asked like what was going on. And I told them, was like, well, can I still get Advance Wars because I really want it? And then my dad got mad at me. He was like accusing me of being ungrateful, you know, because they put a lot of time into it. And like, and maybe he's right, but I just didn't care. I was so interested. And so I like break down crying, you know, I'm like so sad. I'm like, I just wanted Advance Wars. Anyway, so like a week later, my mom caves, you know, because my mom is a softie. And when she was at Target, she bought me Advance Wars. She was like, don't tell your dad. Okay. So she bought me Advance Wars. And so that's when I got it. And I was instantly happy. So that's easy. It was. I'm a kid who could be purchased. So we got Advance Wars and I fucking played it nonstop. Loved the game. Got super into it. So I played it for like a while. Like I played it a ton. And then I started, this is the early days of the internet. I was like joining Advance Wars forums and like posting map creation ideas and like whatever. Anyway, so one of my friends in real life also gets the game and he gets into it and we're playing games against each other. And I tell him, you know, I'm kind of a big deal in the online Advance Wars community. This is not true. It's not true. I mean, it's not true. But I told him that like I am. Like I'm, you know, it's like people respect my maps and stuff on there. Like I totally made it up. Nobody cared. I literally got zero traction on anything I made. And so I'm like, yeah, come check it out. And so on the website, it was like Advance Wars fan, Advance Wars fan website. It's like, there was like a really famous event. I think it might have ended. It was like Advance Wars something. It had all the maps and like it was like strategy guides and it was like a really cool fan-made website. And on the left hand of the website, there was an IRC chat room. This is like early days of the internet. There was like, you can click this and you can go to the IRC chat room. And it was always empty because there's not like an active online IRC chat community for Advance Wars in the year 2004 or whatever. And so Advance Wars Net. It was Advance Wars Net. That's exactly what it was. Real fans know. Advance Wars Net. You're right. Advance Wars Net. Advance Wars Net. Yeah, I think it's dead. I think it doesn't exist anymore, but it was a big thing. So anyway, and in IRC, you could join under any name you wanted, not even the one you're logged in as. So I was like, yeah, go check out the IRC tonight. You'll see how big I am in the community. So my friend joins the IRC and I'm there under fake names on multiple browsers and I'm having a fake chat with myself about how great my maps are. And what's funny is I'm a kid. I'm literally like a child. I'm like literally like 10, 11, 12 years old. I'm like not. And so I like the characters that I made are so cartoonish. They're so cartoonish. Like I based them off of characters from the game Advance Wars. So I have one of the characters is based on the guy Max from Advance Wars who loves tanks. And so I'm in the chat and I'm like, wow, that new map seems cool. Tanks for that information. Lol. Horrible, 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 horrible. Horrible, 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 horrible. Anyway. Anyway, I think it worked. I mean, he was 12 too. He fell for hook, line, and sinker. He's like, damn, you're really a big shot on Advance Wars. And then because of that, we had to play my maps instead of the default ones. That was the reason I wanted to play my maps when we play with each other instead of the default. And it was like W. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Um, mhm. And they say cheaters never win. Well, I don't know what I really won. I went through a lot of effort, and I got not very much out of it. But I'm not going to play the Wiz Khalifa elusive target, likely. As my understanding is, it's just a reskin of the Conor McGregor elusive target. Because he got banned for rape conviction. So they just replaced him, but it's the same one we already played. We have a video on it. It's the same one. I will play the 007 DLC, likely. I feel like Hitman devs do a good job with DLC. And man, the game sold so well. 007 sales. Like, I think it did like 3 million already. More than that. 3 million copies sold. A surprising hit in a time of like games industry, AAA shakiness. It was like a smash hit. For a full price, like big budget game with an IP, like good for them. That's crazy. They just sort of did it. Amazon want takeover? I heard some rumblings that I got to look into it more. But ideally, that's my favorite outcome is that Amazon comes in, thinks they can handle it, ruins it, makes a flop sequel. IOI looks even better. And because they can't make a new James Bond game, they have to make Hitman 4. You understand? I'm trying to move all the pieces. I'm moving everything on the chessboard to try and get Hitman 4 created. Hey, Atrioc, are there slides today? I'm in Scotland. I want to go to bed. Hey, Jesus, what I'm going to do is, and this is not even disrespectfully, but I'm just going to ban you for 2 weeks. And it's because I don't like this type of attitude. You can just watch the slides on Big A, and I don't like being rushed into this stuff. So I appreciate, I think you should just go to bed. I think I'll save you the trouble, and you can watch this stuff on the Clips channel. Okay? There we go. Okay. Liberal bans Jesus from his chat. I'm not surprised. It's the war on Christmas. It's in 3 days. I banned him for 2 weeks, but he's gonna rise again in 3 days. Somehow he's gonna be back, bro. He is like Charlie Kirk. He is martyr. You guys carrying the flame? Is that what you're doing? You're carrying the flame? So tasty. How do I not be a dick to my Gen Z friends when I try to get them to vote? I hate being the politics guy, but also Big A's enlightened me. Yeah, I don't think you have to scold them into it. I mean, I'm doing a little bit of that, so I don't blame you. I think what I try to do, and I don't know if it's working yet, but we'll see, is I'm just trying to emphasize the numbers here and show that, like, demographically, younger people in America already have control. If they just voted at the same rate as old people, they already have the numbers. It's already there. Like, we could do it right now. We could win every vote versus the boomers. We just aren't doing it. And so I think people think like, oh, if I vote, it still won't be enough. But it's like, no, we can do it. It's not that crazy. It's not unreasonable. And in fact, it will happen. But like, if we don't change anything, it'll happen when everyone gets older and they have different ideals. But if you can do it while you're young, it's like awesome. Hey, thanks for the 5 gifted set times. Appreciate that. Amazon Games CEO is on some bullshit, bro. What kind of bullshit is he on? Tell me. Well, he's just saying that 007 First Light will get a sequel if the player response is there. It is there. He is talking kind of weird in this thing. Trust that we're going to be smart about this. I mean, it's market appetite. As long as we feel there's a desire for players to have the game, it's safe to say it's going to be made. Seems like a sequel should be made. Well, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, a good score, good money. 007 First Light is the best Bond game I ever played. This is kind of a non-story. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I'd like them to make Hitman 4, so I don't really give a shit, to be honest. Dude! Whoa! Millions of subscribers canceled Xbox Game Pass after it increased prices by 50%. I don't know why they admitted that. Oh, Matthew Ball admitted it. He's the new guy they hired. I mean, this guy keeps it real. That's crazy. We lost millions of subscribers over the past few months. Damn. I mean, you expect this, right? But it's crazy. They never say this. They never say this. It's wild. That's wild. I mean, it makes sense. It was a huge disaster. I mean, people were so mad. It was like the real boost to the anti-Xbox rising tide. That's crazy. Interesting. Yeah, they brought the price down, but it's still higher than it was before the price increase. So, like I said, it's like it's not crazy. As someone from Australia, I knew there was a problem with non-compulsory voting in the interprovincial. Yeah. I don't think Australia making everyone vote is a smart thing. I think it's good. I genuinely think it's a good day. Making voting mandatory or everyone, you get 1% off your taxes or something if you vote. So you're just throwing money away if you don't. I don't know, fucking something. Well, 1% off is too much for rich people, so it needs to be something else. I think the way they do it with just food, actually. I literally think because in Australia, they like, what do they call them? They have like barbecues and they cook fucking glizzies. It's like awesome. You should literally it should be a thing. The sausage sizzle. Yeah, democracy sausage. That should be a thing. People would love that. If we had like a voting barbecue day and you go out and you vote and you get free food and people would be excited about it, incentivized to do it. It'd be fucking great. Of course you would like that. I can't. This is all part of this whole young people voting thing is part of my long con to get more glizzies out there so that I can eat free glizzies. That's my fucking strategy. You figured it out. You figured it out, bro. You caught me. In Norway, I'm allowed to leave during voting hours with work hours with pay. Yeah, listen, any impediment to voting, especially based on work, is a way of disenfranchising people who are in the working poor, who have to work or work on shift work or have hours or whatever. If you make it one day in the middle of the fucking week and you don't, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It's not, we should definitely change that. Why do the boomers vote so much? It's not rocket science. They're older, they're more established, they're more invested, they can easily get the time to do it. They have most of the houses. They're retired, and sometimes there's many reasons. They watch more news at a higher rate. There's a lot of reasons. And, for the boomers, it's been a successful strategy of they vote and then they get things from the government and the government helps boomers. And they do this on a cycle where it's like incredible for them. So we got to break that cycle. We got to peel the fingers back of the boomer voting control. If you vote and you kidnap an old person, it's like you voted twice. I didn't say that. That's not what I said. I'm not advocating for that. I did not say that. I do think we should use smaller print on all the on the ballots, just to make it harder for old people to pick the right thing. I think it should all be smaller print and a little more confusing, and that way we, dim the lights a little bit. Wait, what? Two guys are running against each other with the exact same name? Is that true? Alaska, Dan Sullivan versus Dan Sullivan. Is that what you're telling me?
Imagine going to vote in a very important race. But when you look at the ballot, there are two candidates with the same name from the same party.
I hate the newspeak. the inflection of his voice. Imagine going to a candidate with the same name. Just speak normal. Talk normal.
It'd be a little confusing, right? Well, that's exactly what's happening in the crucial Alaska race that could ultimately decide control of the United States Senate. Incumbent Republican Senator Dan S. Sullivan is up for re-election. And there's an 11th hour ad also running as a Republican. And his name is Dan J. Sullivan.
Oh, that's insane.
The only differences on the ballots will be their initials.
That's insane.
That could have enormous ramifications because the state has an open primary where the top four vote getters all advance in the November election. Republicans fear that both men could end up in the final four and effectively split, handing the elections to the Democrats' well-funded candidate, former Congresswoman Mary Peltola. The challenger, Dan J. Sullivan, did not respond to our many calls about his campaign bid, but he just gave an interview to his hometown newspaper saying, quote, "I have every right to stand up and do this," and he called himself a, quote, "pragmatic Republican centrist." I caught up exclusively with Senator Sullivan, who accuses Democrats of being behind all of this, something they firmly deny. Dan Sullivan.
Yeah.
You're running against Dan.
I mean, the other Dan Sullivan could be just a Democrat person. Like, not run by Democrats, but he just did it because it was a fucking goof. I do think it's kind of lame, to be honest. I don't know how you fix it. I don't know. I mean, theoretically, this could possibly happen. This clearly doesn't seem. One goes by Daniel. Well, that still wouldn't change. What I'm saying is, if you're a boomer who saw a lawn sign for Dan Sullivan, you're like, well, I'll vote for that guy. When you reach the ballot box, Dan and Daniel, you still don't fucking know. What if they both have to use a nickname? Like, one of them becomes like Ace, and one of them becomes like Sully, or whatever. Yeah, like these are gamer tags. D Money, yeah.
Well, we'll see. Schumer has said his path to the majority leader, the ultimate power for him, runs through Alaska, flipping the Alaska seat. It's not my seat, it's the people's seat. So I'm running against a former two-term liberal Democrat congresswoman named Mary Peltola, Okay, she was fired by the Alaska people in her re-election in 2024, primarily because she was ineffective. I think the Democrats saw, hey, geez, Dan Sullivan's got a great record. Their opponent, Peltola, doesn't have anything. Dan Sullivan's got a real strong vision for Alaska. She doesn't. Schumer doesn't. So it's not gotten to the point where they want it. So they're like, now we got to cheat. So let's cheat. So what do I mean by cheating? And this is serious stuff. When people are going, oh, there's 2 Dan Sullivans, isn't that funny? No, it's cheating. Democrats recruited a guy by the name.
I think saying this without proof is a little untoward. I do think it's not good for the election. I agree with the guy on that front. Because our elections are already so stupid. People are, you know what I'm saying? I don't like it. I don't like anyone doing this. I don't like, there's been stuff the other way where people bring in a spoiler candidate. I think there was a lot of big money behind the Kanye candidacy a while back to try and split the vote. On the Democratic side, it's just like, I like all this stuff is like lame. I think it's like lame. I don't like it. I don't like the weird meta. Make them run with a number too. I mean, here in California, I was voting for the governor election, and one of the people running was Barack Obama Shaw. Do they get any votes without the name recognition? I'm not sure. But like, it does feel like, because it's a paper ballot, there's no picture with it, and people are generally dumb and vote on name recognition. If either of them becomes the legit winner, they could change their legal name to the cooler Dan Sullivan. Yeah, whoever wins this election is the Dan Sullivan, that's for sure. There's an Eddie Murphy movie about this exact same thing. Is it called The Nutty Professor 2, The Clumps? Because that's an instant classic, a film classic. Nico Omilama got pretty far campaigning in the UK, but I don't know how true this video. I don't know who that is. An episode of Fargo? I've only seen the Fargo movie and I liked it. Even if it's a setup, what do you do? It's his real name. He has a right to run. Yeah, that's the question mark, right? I don't know what you do. I guess you make a big enough stink about it that everyone has to look up what letter middle name of the guy they actually want to support is. But just, if this works, then it's like, oh, well, then we should just get a name lookalike for anything. Because even if it siphons off 8% of their votes or 10% of their votes, it's massive. I mean, or we could do trial by combat. That's not bad. That's not a bad idea. Do you think there's a good time to buy? You're coming to a streamer for advice on your next car to buy? Bro, you got to just pick your car. I drive a fucking beat to shit Honda from 2017. That's what I drive. The bumper's about to come off, bro. What I recommend is buying a Ferrari Luce, unless you want people to think you're poor. I'd say take on a loan, take out debt, get a $650K Ferrari Luce, and impress people. Do you know what I'm saying? Drive around. Yo, Big A, I really think you have a chance to win the Hera tournament if you lock in. No, I don't really. Thank you. That's very kind of you. I don't. I could not win it. I could do a little bit better. I could do better or worse based on how I grind. But I believe Grubby will win this tournament. And I honestly don't think it'll be close. I think Grubby is the best player in it and is playing the most. So it's like a win-win. He's got 67 games. Oh, you can't. How are you going to stop that? 6-7 games. Super high win percentage. Highest current ELO by a mile. By a mile, dude. He's 100 points higher than the next highest guy. 1778 is just like legit good at the game. That's like legit very good. Think of the video how I accidentally won a Hitman or Age of Empires tournament. Yeah, but I already did that title for Hitman and I didn't have to win it. I got second place. Like, I don't need to actually win the game to make the title that how I accidentally won, bro. And that video got 1 million views. Euthermal's pretty good, but he's just not as good as Grubby and not playing nearly as much as Grubby. And Captain Lance is not playing at all. Pig is pretty good, but he's 200 ELO behind Grubby. It's Grubby. Grubby's tournament. I think it's Grubby's tournament. But there'll be some games in the middle that are fun. Like if I get matched up against like, let's say Wagamama or Mr. Llama or Knopf or Day 9, those could be some real classics. That could be really fun. I don't know how the matchups will go, but those could be really fun. I would really enjoy. Damn, Mr. Llama has 85 games. Dude, this guy's a problem. Death Note has 111 games? Bro is grinding. Go to stats page. What is this? Stats page. Dude, we're in dead last. We're in dead last. This is crazy. This is crazy, bro. We are in dead last. Current ELO over time. Dude, I'm the only one that probably fell. Where's mine? I'm green? Yeah, I'm down, dude. Position over time? Oh, Grubby went from third to first. Dude, everyone's playing Magyars and Vietnamese. OP fucks, dude. And the way DLC pay to win ass Civ. Incas is OP now. Play it. Damn, 81% win. Wait, are they OP? Are Incas OP now? Vikings 33%. Dude, it's 2 games and they're me. Nobody else played Vikings but me, bro. And I fucking lost. I'm playing Persians though. I like Persians. I like Spanish. They're on here somewhere. I like Spanish. Spanish and Persians. I need like one more. Spanish, Persians, Vikings. Technically I need 2 more to make the best of 5s. Romans could be really fun. Romans are they're basically like the big bro Vikings. Romans are infantry civ like Vikings, but everything they have is better. So that could be hella fun. Top win percent Romans. Maybe I play fucking Romans. That could be fun. This is a cool website, to be honest. This is a cool fucking website. Dude, 58 Magyars game, 25 Magyars game, 50 Magyars game, 24 Magyars game. These fucking Magyars. Spiff is an enigma. You will not see him coming. I mean, absolutely zero disrespect to my teammate Spiff. Spiffing Brit. I think he's a great YouTuber. There is zero chance that he's cooked up a strategy offline with 0 practice games that will win a game. If you do not play ladder games, you cannot win real matches. If he has a second account, I don't know. If he had a second account and he's playing games, that's different. But if he's like offline cooking something up, it won't work. You have to play human beings to realize all the things that go wrong. He has a plan. Don't worry. All right. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. And I promise you, Age of Empires will punch you in the mouth, dude. Something's going to go wrong. There's going to be a hole in your wall and some shit happens, bro. Aren't 25 games required to play? They lowered it to 10. So, by the way, he's just disqualified. If he doesn't play 10 games in 1 week, our team instantly loses it and he's disqualified. So I don't know. I just hope he gets on it, bro. I hope he gets on it. Any plans to play StarCraft 2? 0 plans to play StarCraft 2. I would play StarCraft 3 if they made it, but I have 0 plans to play SA2. In fact, after this week, I'm a little burnt out on RTS grinding. I did a month of Warcraft 3, and now I've done 3 weeks of fucking Age of Empires, and I'm just ready to ease back on the AoE. In fact, you know what I want to grind? I'm actually so frustrated that the mod broke. I want to grind Hitman. That's what I want to do. I want to play Hitman. The Moon Challenge is legitimately fun. That's all I want to play. And here I am getting fucking... It's not fixed, I don't think. I don't think it's fixed. Is my honest answer. I don't think it's fixed. Serious question. Did you beat 007 yet? Why did you have to preface that with serious question? Do you think if you just said, did you beat 007 yet? I'd be like, ha, 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 what a joke question. What about that would be funny unless you said serious question? What is the... Do you want me to be honest? No, I haven't beaten it. I played it yesterday, though. My James Bonk strategy prevailed yet again, where I beat a 6-room firefight without using a single bullet by only throwing guns. And by the way, the title does finish that I'm imply that I'm gonna 007. Yeah, I think I'll play today. I did want to talk about what's happening with Iran briefly. That's sort of what I want to talk about. Whoa, margin debt in China is skyrocketing. Everyone's fucking getting on margin debt, bro. Everyone's fucking borrowing to buy investments all over the world, man. Interesting. Are you following the CS2 major at all? No, not really. I'm not, no. The last cool thing I saw with Counter-Strike, I don't follow much Counter-Strike, is this. I watched the live crowd reaction to Donk getting a 5K. And I thought it was so cool. I sent it to Aiden. He's like, bro, I've already seen this. I'm a Counter-Strike fan.
我操，烟都没有直接干了呀！他地方好。直接撞在了上面墙头下，中可还是有 AK。早干嘛？有火，哎呦，被看到，难受死了。在那个上下。哎呀，我操！哎，没查到。VIP， 看看有没有人啊？目前大家没有 CT 要来看这个点位。你也偷不到了这个。
Yeah, I think. Skip to the donk part.
哎呦，小妹儿！哎呦，我操！
So Donk's team is dead. It's down to one guy. Just Donk. Trades one. Gets two. Gets three. Gets four. Gets five. Donka. Donka. That's hype. Hey, Truck, my boss asked me to play CS2 with him. Is that a risk if I play like shit? On the other hand, if I clutch up, that could be sick as fuck. Yeah. This reminds me, there was an offsite we did at NVIDIA where we had just launched something. We had launched something successfully, and so the team threw an offsite where we had like a bunch of food and snacks and drinks, and they set up a bunch of computers with the new Call of Duty on max graphic settings. And they were like, yeah, we can just internal team gaming. We could all play with each other. And I kind of try-harded because like at the time I'm like 26, 27. And, you know, I was the youngest person on the team. And I was the only one, I just came from Twitch, so I was kind of a gamer. And so I was, you know, I'm cooking. I'm like, my KD is really good or whatever. And then the big boss, the CMO, like the head of all marketing, one step below Jensen. He's at the party. He's got a drink in his hand, like a whiskey. He's eating. He's like, let me play. Let me sit down. He doesn't game at all, really. He's not a gamer. He sits down. He's like figuring out the controls. They give him the sniper. I walk around the corner. He pops me in the head with a sniper. Everyone goes, oh! They pop off like crazy. And he gets this big fucking grin on his face. He like stands up. He's like, I'm never playing again. I'm never playing again. So I got mugged by the boss, bro. I might have been on his team. I don't know if there's friendly fire in that game. I might have been on his team because he was only 2 computers down on my side. But either way, no one watching cared. No one watching cared. It was a huge pop-off. Oh, hey, by the way, the Atrioc SMP, a Minecraft server that existed for years without really my help or influence, but we visit it once a year and have a really hilarious time. The ASMP is running a Pride Month fundraiser for the Trevor Project and has raised over $10,000, I believe $12,000 today, entirely on their own. Incredible. Really incredible stuff. You can check out the link and let's pull it up, actually. If you would like to support, donate, or even just check out the server. It's a really fun time. Here it is. Raised from a bunch of small donors. That's really fucking cool. Obviously, this server means a lot to a lot of people. They've built a real community in there, and it's lasted a long time. And they built some crazy projects. We have a couple of videos if you want to check them out, where I've visited in the past. But yeah, definitely check it out on Discord, and you could read more about the project here. Shout out to ASMP. I may play a little Minecraft on the server, but I don't want to promise anything because I'm hard to be committal on this stuff. It's tough. I gotta plan my stream around it. But either way, I want to support this and definitely check it out. Definitely check it out. Shout outs to everyone who has donated, including Stephanie Crafter here with over a rack and Cubic 7 with a rack. Huge. The Hitman Variations mod has been updated by the author. Aw. He made a post about it on the Nexus page. Wait. Has it been fixed? Has it been updated? Posts? Oh, what? It's like a whole different mod now? Mission Companion mod. This just got uploaded. Oh, bro. This is going to take me a while. I can't figure this out. Bro. It's like a fucking different ass mod. When did this go up? Posts? 4th of June, 4 days ago. Okay, so I just have to update this. I can confirm this version works fine with the newest release of Mod SDK. Oh my God. Damn it. All right, well, I'll try to fix it when I can, but probably not today. To be clear, I do have I'm going roller skating on a double date tonight, and then I'm hosting a dinner at my house. So tonight I will not be able to go late like I've been doing on my stream. As I'm having a date night. Now that's gay. Not 2007, bro. I'm doing it in honor of Pride Month, though. This is me supporting. This is me supporting the SMP server. Date night instead of watching the Knicks is anti-Pride. If you think about it, how's that anti-Pride? and also, I do want to watch the Knicks, but we've already booked this. Maybe we'll watch a part of the dinner. Maybe I'll be the guy at dinner watching the Knicks Spurs on Stream East on my phone. Imagine how good it would feel to flake. How could I flake at a dinner I'm hosting at my place with my wife here? How could I flake on that? How would I pull that off? It wouldn't feel good to flake. It would be impossible to just lock the door. If I just lock that door and don't come out, there's nothing they can do about it. There's nothing they could do about it. Lock the door and turn off the lights. But I'm still streaming, right? So they can still hear me and they can still check out my stream and realize that I'm... Did you see the actual MLB tweeted this? What did the MLB tweet? The actual MLB tweeted this? Holy fuck. Watching the reveal about trimming the herbs in the new Summoning Salt video. This makes no fucking sense. Is this the person's wrong account? That's insane. Almost no. The crossover's got to be so small. There's 13 million followers. Wow, that's crazy. I guess they don't really hit anyway. It's fine. It's actually fine. Most like posts in a while. Yeah, I thought that bigger. I thought that would be like a low like for MLB account, but it's actually the high like. Did you guys see House? This woman, Janet Murray, said late to the party, but I've started watching season 1 of House. Same narrative every episode. Patient has mysterious illness. Hugh Laurie gets diagnosis wrong. Patient nearly dies. Hugh Laurie gets it wrong again. Gets threatened with being fired. Nearly dies again. Then he has a last minute idea, gets diagnosed right, doesn't get fired. 8 seasons of this. And then he responded. I mean, it's not that she's wrong. It's that don't come after House. And then he responded. He said, "Thank you for your critique, Janet. We tried a couple of episodes where House gets it right the first time, but they were only 6 minutes long. NBC wasn't happy. Then we tried some where House never gets it right and the patient dies. The audience wasn't happy." One could apply your trenchant analysis to other art forms. Bach wrote 30 Goldberg variations in the same chord structure. Frida Kahlo painted 50 portraits of herself. Now, here's one thing I'll say, Hugh Laurie, I do love House, but let's not pretend it's the highest of art. Don't compare yourself to Bach or Beethoven or Frida Kahlo. It is TV slop. It is TV slop. It's just fun. All right, it's fun. Name a better medical show then? Bro, I haven't even watched it and I can say The Pit and I'll be right. That was so, you just tapped that in for me. The point is, or was, variations on a theme. If all you see is hospital, medical, blah, blah, then it wasn't meant for you. Nonetheless, I look forward to your first novel. A little snarky here. I can't wait for it to actually publish a novel, and then Hugh Laurie shits all over it in a tweet. Read this novel was real fucking derivative. Real uninspired. Anyway, I said tell him House. Because it's funny. He got 109,000 likes. Damn, what a fucking ratio. Listen, House is beloved, bro. You can't come after House. I'm selling all my Pokemon cards. I'm out. Damn, you're getting out? Dude, I don't blame you. Feels like the right time. Who knows how fucking, I mean, here's what I know is that there will be a time, and it won't be that far from now, when a lot of people lose a lot of money on Pokemon cards. I don't know exactly when. I can't call when. But I promise you it'll happen. It'll happen the same way it happened to sneakers, the same way it happened to all these other, to most crypto. But it's just, Pokemon cards have become the the stock market of broke people. Just being honest. That's what they have. They have become the stock market of broke people, and it's a mania, bro. Big A, did you hear about the breakthrough in anti-balding tech? JK, I just wanted to ask if you would read my one time from earlier. There's no need to go through this, bro. You thought I was... Don't say got him like he got me. Like I was like, oh, better pull it up. Breakthrough in anti-balding tech? I gotta see this. That's not... I was... My eyes didn't light up. No, my eyes did not light up. I'm making fun of his structure, not that I fell for it as I'm reading it. I saw the twinkle. No, there was no twinkle. What is your one time, bro? Your one time is you want to convince your friends and family that it's valuable to be informed about the issues affecting our country. You had a friend who said, you said he should read up on the Iran war, and then he said ignorance is bliss, and TBH, he's right. Bro, I think there's a line. I think when you see those interviews of people like on the beach and they're like, who are we at war with? And they're like, I don't know. Iraq? Okay. I think there's a level of stupidity that's like too far. I think you should have the broad facts correct. We are at war in Iran. If your country's at war, you should know that it's happening. I don't think you need to obsess over news. It depends on the person you are. But if someone's like, hey, I can't change any of this, I'm going to live my life. I think it's fine to just know the basic facts and not be up to date. I'm not like, you need to be fucking following along. That's for a certain type of individual. But I do feel there's a line where it's too stupid. Jugulon, thank you for the 5 gifted. Much appreciated. Information glut is the primary reason for most problems in modern society. I mean, I disagree with this like 1,000%. It might be a minor problem, but it's on the edges. No, it's not the reason. It's not the primary reason for most problems in modern society. Massive deficits, money printing, corruption, ineffective electoral system. Those are all way, 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 way more responsible. You think it's all the Foyd's fault. You can make a lot of money on this lately. What are your thoughts on mandatory voting? It's just like I'm in hell sometimes. I feel like I'm in hell. We just talked about this. We just did it. Like we just did it minutes ago. We just did a whole mandatory fucking voting. It's like you're ironically picking the things that are we just did. It's not even like 20 minutes ago. It's like just now. Hey, Big A, any plans to bring back the Lol W Master for another Q&A session? No plan. I don't plan to bring my father on stream and get him drunk and have him say stupid answers to questions. But, maybe if the time arises, the next time I'll probably see him. Dude, you ever seen that thing about, that thing about like this? This fucking idea. Like if I see my parents 3 times a year and my mom is, 64 and my dad is 60. Like isn't that fucking scary? Isn't that morbid? Isn't that like horrendous? It's like a horrible thought exercise. And every time I see this, it makes me want to call my parents, which I obviously won't do because I have to play League of Legends tonight. But my mom is older than my dad. That's right. And so I don't know if this is like the exact whatever, but that's the idea. And then I get sad to think about how I haven't seen my parents enough this year. I'm seeing them like around Thanksgiving is when I'll probably see them. Why are your parents younger than you? If I only play League of Legends 50 times a year, I only have 3,000 games left. When you think about it like that, you really should play more League, bro. You barely have any time left with the game. I called my parents every other day and they told me I'm talking too much to them. You found the opposite limit, bro. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Hugh Laurie apologized for that tweet? Why? It wasn't even that mean. It wasn't even that mean. It was a little snarky, but like, she was shitting on his show. He put 10 years into that show. I don't know how long it was. It was a long time. It is funny though, because her post is not that. It wasn't like this is the worst show ever. It was like a pretty common critique that even diehard fans will say. Like, more mouse bites is the classic house fandom phrase, and it's all about that. It's all about exactly. She's correct, and that is the formula. He just kind of like housed her, He kind of like did a classic house quip and got her back. I'm 35 and I haven't talked to my family in a few months. They're all evangelical MAGA and I can't really stomach them. I mean, I'm evangelical MAGA and you watch my stream. Why is that a problem? Just give your family the same credence you give me. Oh, you know who's telling me yesterday? So Ari, which is, by the way, an awesome thing for a wife to do. I really appreciate this about her. She actually watches all my videos. She watches all the Big A clips. She even watches the Big A bonuses. While she's working. She's in there working, and she puts on my videos, which is like very sweet. And she told me yesterday that she's like, you got to stop doing the ironic Trump supporter stuff. Because I was listening to it yesterday. I had it on the speakers in my workshop, and I had the windows open, and you were like, and that's why I'm the biggest Trump fan ever. Whatever. I did some shit, and she had to shut the window because she didn't want the neighbors. She didn't want the neighbors to think. Which is a very, very funny. I feel like if you only watch it casually, I just fucking, I'm a white guy with a hat and I fucking make the joke a lot. I think it's obvious sarcasm, but it's very funny. Hey, yo, thank you for the 49 months retrogrades, you beast. You savage. You know what I want to play? Well, I'm just fucking shitting around for a second. What's that game? It just came out. It's been going viral in basketball circles, basketball Twitter. Jeff Teague played it. It's like a RNG 82-0, 82-0, 82-0, 82-0, 82-0, 82-0. Someone made a web game. Okay. A web game where you have to try and make a perfect team, but it randomly, you spin it. It gives you a team and a year, like the Warriors in the 70s. And I got to pick players to build out a team. And if I build the right team, you go 82-0. This is terrible. You get one respin on team and one respin on era. I'm going to respin era. Give me Steph Curry prime. 60s. Fucking. I get Wilt. I get peak Wilt. Yeah, I don't mind if I fucking do. I'm going to get 82-0, bitch. Holy. That's the top pick. Okay, good start. Okay. 2000s. I could get like, man, Vince Carter's pretty good and pretty variable. I'll take Vince Carter as shooting guard. Lakers in the 70s. I get Jerry West. Yeah, I'll take the fucking logo as my PG. Okay. This is possible. This is doable. Luka. Yeah, I'll take Luka as fucking small forward, bro. Yes. Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. Okay. This is not good enough. This is not good enough. I think in the 10s, who else could I get? No, I think I re-roll. We don't want the Wizards. Re-roll. Lakers in the 10s? LeBron James? Oh, baby. I got Wilt, LeBron, Luka, Vince Carter, and Jerry West? Damn, bro. 82-0! Holy shit, first try, the GOAT! Oh, let's fucking go, dude. Streamer luck. Streamer luck. Wait, that's beast. What a fucking lineup, dude. Damn, Wilt is crazy. 41 points a game is disgusting. What a ridiculous average. These are such god tier video game numbers. And I get Braun and Luka in their primes. Damn, I get Prime Luca. That's awesome. Although Luca's Prime is yet to come. Luca's Prime Weight, you mean? More like Prime Rib Burger. Why you guys... Yeah, you know what? You guys make fat jokes about me, make fat jokes about Luca, and both of us are physical specimens who dominate the game of basketball. So, like, you don't even, it's just jealousy is what it is. I played basketball yesterday. Dude, this RTS grind, I'm regressing. I was so gassed yesterday. I was doing the shit at the end of the last game where you just lay in the grass and you just heave. You actually play basketball? I play every week, almost every day sometimes. But I haven't played in a minute, a couple weeks. And I slept kind of bad, and I was gassed. I was gassed. Hey, thanks for the... What the fuck? Hey, yo, Snorway with a big 50. Obviously, when you get 50 subs, we got to play 50 Cent. I'm going to Slime about this. I was like, Slime, we're both unks, right? You're both a white kid who grew up in the early 2000s. Did you have such a high opinion of 50 Cent as I did? And he's like, yeah, I had a pretty, I like 50 Cent. But what he didn't relate to was that, like, I'm like the guy who owns 3 different books written by 50 Cent. Like, there's a period in my life when I considered Curtis 50 Cent Jackson to be a legitimate, like, life advice guy. Like, that's a guy I was like, I should look up to how he thinks about the world. I have bought... He's my guru. 50 Cent wrote books while Floyd can't read. I assume he wrote them. Better than Top G or Clavicular? I mean, I like both of them too, obviously. It's like a big 3 for me. No, when I was growing up, like I remember this is like freshman year at ASU, and there was like a book fair in front of the library, and I had to pass it on the way back to my dorm. Like I wasn't even going to the library. And I walked through it, and I saw this is like, sounds faked, but it's real. I saw a book sticking out of the pile of boxes of books with 50 Cent on the cover, and I stopped. Like I was walking right past it, and I looked to the right, and I see a book like shining out of the box, 50 Cent on the cover, and I'm like, so I pick it up right there, and I start thumbing through it, and then I get hooked. I'm like standing in the hot sun outside at ASU, and I'm reading 50 Cent's autobiography. And I remember it to this day. Not just the moment, I remember the book. I remember he's like talking about how when he first met Eminem and how Eminem was like trying to impress him too hard. He's like, bro, you're the famous artist in the world. Why are you trying to impress me? I was like, that's a fucking classic 50 Cent story, bro. Did you watch the doc you made about Diddy? No, I didn't. I did not. Fake fan of who? Diddy? You guys are real Diddy fans? Dinner with Curtis Jackson or 50K? Dude, unironically, if he's going to actually pay attention to the dinner and like not treat it like a joke, I would pick 50 Cent dinner for 50K. Unironically, would much rather have the dinner. 50K is like not, it's obviously a lot of money, obviously. but like it wouldn't change my life so dramatically. But like talking to Curtis Jackson for a few hours, bro, I fucking love it. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome, dude. Oh, it'd be so awesome. That'd be so awesome. Lunch with Ludwig or 10 pounds of prime rib. I mean, if you get lunch with Ludwig, that's what he orders because he's fat as fuck. So I guess the difference is that I get to keep it instead of he wolfs it all down like a pig in a trough. Better watch how you walk when you talk about me. 'Cause I'll come and take your life away. Many men, many, 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 many men wish death upon me. Oh, I don't cry no more. Don't look to the sky no more. Have mercy on me. You sing like House. Thank you. It's a huge compliment. He's a famous artist. It's been Hola, Atrioc, my Latino king. Hola. You pinche gringo. Did you see there's a teardown Hitman game coming out? Wait, excuse me? Squeeze me? Wait, what do you mean? Like a teardown mod, but with Hitman style? Well, what do you mean? It's a voxel looking game? What is it called? What's the game? I want to watch a trailer. It's called Time Strike. Time Strike game. Time Strike announcement trailer. Control time. Control space. This is not what I thought it was, but it does look kind of cool. It's like Super Hot meets Teardown. What I don't get is it looks really easy. What's the I mean, it looks... Oh, shit. He shot his head off and threw it at his partner. This looks fun. You can't 100% tell, but like, I think what makes a good Atrioc game is a game where it's not on rails in any way. Like, I like games where you can just fuck around, try something weird, try to break it in some way. I think that's awesome. And this looks pretty up my alley. Like, I think I could really enjoy it. So when does it come out? I'll try it down. Didn't they add some big co-op mode to Teardown or something? I think I should try to play it again. I legitimately think the best, look at this, the best 2 minutes of an Atrioc main channel video is this video from a year ago. One of my favorite. This video from 1 year ago called The Most Creative Heist in Gaming History. The last 2 minutes. Right here. Leave the And I'm like nodding and I'm singing the words. And by the way, this song was playing live. It wasn't added in editing. And it's the first time we played it this whole stream. I've been grinding and grinding and grinding and grinding. And then I go, all right, I gotta put a song on. And I put this song on and this is first try and it's live. Boom, boom. The car skip. God, get it. Pick it up. Boom. Oh my God, the pace. The pace. Oh, the setup. All the different pieces. And I'm so locked in. And the chat starting to... 5 seconds. Oh my God, White Boy can dance? Holy fuck, he can dance like that? He's really that good at dancing? Yeah, that was legendary, bro. That was legendary. Yeah, bro got sturdy with it? Wait a minute, he got sturdy? Yeah, the Iron Mitt was incredible. It was incredible, bro. Like a horse. What are you linking me? What are you linking me? Gone Feral announcement trailer. What is this shit? What the fuck is this?
They left you for dead.
This is a different voxel Hitman game coming out soon?
They buried the truth.
What?
Time for revenge. Puncture targets. Cause distractions. Disguise yourself.
Wait, it is Hitman.
Use anything as a weapon.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Hunt with your friends or by yourself.
Wait, this could be fun. Wait, it legitimately is voxel Hitman.
Every run is different.
Wait a minute!
Revenge never dies.
It's like roguelike!
A cooperative roguelike assassination game.
Oh. Holy.
Gone Feral. Wishlist on Steam now.
Wait a minute, I might be fucking hooked. I might be hooked. Wait, is gaming just back? Are they actually making good games again? Gone Feral, reach out to me. I will play this game for a nominal fee. Okay? I will, you believe me, you'll get a banger YouTube video out of it. Maybe we do a co-op with Squeener and London Stans or something. Stans was talking about wanting to play more games, co-op games, at basketball yesterday. Januga has been a moderator for 6 years and said, believe it or not, being your mod directly led to a measurable improvement in my life. Thanks, Big A. You said, believe it or not? Not. I choose not. But thank you so much. Very kind, Januga, for the 6 years of moderating. I do sincerely appreciate having you both in chat and in the community. And I appreciate all the people you've banned most of all to make this place a little bit better. Bro, it's so funny. Januga's been a moderator in here for 6 years and has 420 messages. And then the guy that just showed up 2 weeks ago from Big A Clips and is like, glizzy, 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 has 999 plus. That's crazy, bro. You've typed so little for the amount of time you've been here. Got that message count? I'm curious. Adish, let me check yours. Adish, your message count is 483,281. You have the most messages of anyone in chat. It's borderline obsessive. I made that up. It doesn't show you. It doesn't show you any number above 999. It just says plus. It just tells me 999 plus. Am I a plus? We're not playing this game, but I'll check for just you because you have a hammer. Yeah, you're a plus. You're a plus. I mean, you get to 999 pretty quick. If you chat at all. Did you see that OpenAI finally filed the S1 but confidentially? Yeah, I did. I did see that. Thank you for telling me, though. We did talk about it. But it's good. They're just a little late. They're going to be late to the party. Do you have a source on when Silk Song DLC is coming out? Bro, I don't think the fucking devs know. But if it come out soon, that'd be really cool. Man, Silk Song is a great game. It was such a surprising, not surprisingly great. How do I think? It's just like I didn't know if they would live up to expectations, and they did. And in my mind, they cleared them. And I would love a DLC where I could do a boss rush. That would be my fucking dream. A boss rush Silk Song. But the bosses were good. Wait, I'm sorry. I Googled Silk Song and I found a post from 2 days ago that says Silk Song is genuinely making me lose it. I'm struggling to have any fun. I've taken a week-long break, came back, and I got pissed again. This game has no downtime, no way to appreciate the booty. Look around wherever I go, I get attacked by, spoiler, I'm going to click it. Spoiler, Act 3. The void enemies? It makes me feel like shit, and I hate that it makes me feel like I'm shit at the game. I don't have the skills necessary to beat it because I know I do. I know I can do it, but it brings me to the edge every time. Damn, bro. Chill out. Lock in. Lock in, bro. It's a hard game. I'm not trying to knock the guy. I'm just saying, like, if it's stressing you out that much, it's probably making it not fun to get better at it, which is all you got to do, which you can do. Just think about it like a learning mindset. All very interesting. All very interesting. Can I check real quick? I mean, okay, look, here's the thing. Here's the tea. Here's the fucking tea. Here's the tea. Let's just say it. Today, the 8th of June, is exactly 100 days. Oh, that's not what I'm doing. This is not a Marketing Monday. This is not a Marketing Monday. I just want to show it's exactly 100 days. 100 days since the start of the Iran war. And I compiled some clips here that have got me a little bit confused. Because as I recall, my God King leader, Donald J. Trump, told me something different just a few months back.
We're already substantially ahead of our time projections, but whatever the time is, it's okay, whatever it takes. And we have, right from the beginning, we projected 4 to 5 weeks. 4 to 5
weeks was the original projection, 4 to 5 weeks. By the way, they actually predicted a few days at the beginning, but then his first response was to give himself time, 4 to 5 weeks. Now we're, of course, well over that.
Excursion. Short term.
Short term.
Short term. Iran is something that was essentially largely over in 2 or 3 days.
Right.
We'll be leaving in the near future.
Right. That was in March.
I can't tell you for sure. We've won this. This war has been won.
That's in March.
They can't make a comeback. We're finishing the job.
That's in
I
April.
think within maybe 2 weeks, maybe a couple of days longer.
So 2 weeks on April 1st. Reminder that we are now in June.
Do the job.
You keep saying was. Is this war over?
I think it's close to over here.
April 5th. That's 2 weeks later.
Big Fury is concluded. We achieved the objectives.
This is May.
We've done a hell of a job, and I think we're going to be finished with that very quickly. We have the ultimate blockade.
Now we're in June.
A war, but if you want to define it as such, I guess you can.
Well, how do you define it?
I don't define it at all. We're there for a few months, and the threat is largely over. Soon it will be over.
How soon? Because I found the best clip of all is this one from 2 months ago, which is, in hindsight, is so shocking. Watch this whole speech.
Destroyed Iran.
Wait, I'm gonna start from the beginning. Not from
Destroyed. And as we take decisive action to stop the threat posed by the terrorist regime in Iran with Operation Epic Fury. Is that a great name? Well, it's only good if you win. You know, you can only do. And we've won. Let me tell you, we've won.
2 months ago.
You know, you never like to say too early you won. We won. We won the bet. In the first hour, it was over. We don't want to leave early, do we? Huh? We got to finish the job, right? Over the past 11 days, our military has virtually destroyed Iran. Tough country. Their air force is gone, totally gone. That took the better part of about 3 hours. They no longer have radar. They don't have anti-aircraft equipment. They don't have anything. Their missiles are down 90%. Their drones are down 85%. And I can only say this. They were all prepared. They're very strong. You know, they're going to try and take over the whole Middle East. They were going to knock out Israel. They don't know what the hell hit them, right? They don't know what hit them.
Woo!
They got hit by the American military. They don't know. They say, what the hell is happening? They didn't expect anything like this.
He's pointing to a guy in the crowd. So, you know, there's some things that stand out from this now that we're 100 days in. And I feel like I haven't covered this much since the beginning because it's just this nonstop time loop of him saying it's over, somebody making an insider trading bet on oil prices, they go down, then it's not over, they go back up, and we do this over and over again, and there's been no progress. Every few weeks, there's a new ceasefire that then gets broken. In the past 2 days, we just had basically open fighting again, and no indication the ceasefire negotiations are still going on. And it does feel like the two sides are incapable of coming to an agreement because the Strait of Hormuz and the nuclear question are just incompatible. Neither side is willing to budge, and so there doesn't seem to be any way to make any progress on it. I don't see a path forward. So 100 days could go a lot farther. Again, I want to say, currently, the cost of the war, if you only take the cost of the munitions and running the boats and the missiles, is $33 billion. That's the current cost of the war, only on munitions alone. So we spent $33 billion just on the stuff we've sent. But if you look at the wider cost of the war, if you look at the what they're going to have to spend on veteran care, what they're going to have to spend on, or what the economic cost is of higher gas prices and higher food prices, it's approaching $1 trillion plus already. We're already nearing $1 trillion. And I'm using examples here from previous wars. So like their estimate is that this whole thing all in will cost $45 billion. But all previous wars like this, they all balloon in cost. And this one has a much higher starting cost. It's already more expensive. Again, they were doing $1 billion a day until the ceasefire. $1 billion a day. So already a worrisome start, okay? A worrisome start compared to the previous times. And it just feels like a massive, I hate to use the word again, but it's a quagmire. It's just a No clean ending, locked in the Middle East, exactly the opposite of what he promised over and over and over during the campaign. And so far, total dead, 3,300 on the Iranian side, 14 on the American side with 200 injuries. And even if you considered all of these dead to be combatants, and this is a war, only a wartime dead, which is not true, obviously, we've talked about this. Obviously, even if it was only combatants, thinking about it from a pure, cold logistical perspective, even if this was all combatants, that is $9.8 million per kill. You could bribe them for less money. Like, we are just burning all of our blood and treasure for almost no gain. It's absolutely absurd. Like, it's the progress is so little. The end goal is to get back to where we started, and it's 100 days in with no end in sight. All these, it's been weeks now of the ceasefire negotiations. They just got blown up 2 days ago. So we're back to where we started at the beginning of the war. It's been a colossal clusterfuck. And we had Trump just a few days ago. I don't know if I have the clip in this thing, but I want to pull it up. He said, let me get this clip.
Change.
This one. This is an interview from 2 days ago.
Because you insisted no new wars.
First of all, I didn't guarantee no war. Why would I have built the strongest military in the world? I built our military. I inherited a terrible military. We had no equipment. We had nothing. I built a tremendous military. Biden gave a lot of it away, but it's still a relatively small portion compared to what I built.
But you said it over and over again, Mr.
Why would I build a military? Now, I didn't want to use this, but I'm doing.
So just to be clear, he did say it. He said it. He tweeted it during speeches, during the debate. He said it over and over again. We're wasting all our lives and money on useless wars in the Middle East. I'm going to do no new wars. J.D. Vance said he's going to be the peace president. If you don't want to get a war in the Middle East, vote Trump. That's what they said. Like, these are all proven parts of the campaign. And now he's like, I didn't say no new wars.
And you and everybody else a big favor. In the midst of the greatest stock market in history, in the midst of the most successful country, because as you know, in the last time we were a dead country, Kristen. I know you're a big liberal or a big progressive.
No, I'm just a journalist. What changed?
That's back to the stock market, which is, by the way, the last pillar here. I got to be honest with you. For wealthy boomers with wealth in the stock market, its surge is the last thing holding up any support for Trump, bro. Because the average person is getting more and more furious about gas and food prices, which are, again, just not even trickling up, like rising rather fast. And this is like one of the biggest betrayals of things he ran on, is the Iran war. And when we did this coverage earlier, there was a lot of people who insisted upon me that, we had to do it for the nuclear reason, and it will be over quick, and we're wiping them out. And it's like the military successes in the conventional field, which is taking out their boats and aircraft, which they did do, have not stopped the obvious strategic error of the geographic location of the Strait of Hormuz being very easy to stop with mines and drones, which you will not be able to get rid of. And what's frustrating is it turns out, as this war has gone on, people have revealed through leaks and otherwise that the military knew about this. The Pentagon knew about this. The CIA knew about this. And everybody warned him about it. And he still did it. It wasn't a secret. Everyone knew that this would be a stupid idea from the geography. And he still did it. And now we're trapped in it. And I think a large part of it is he believed, wrongly, that Netanyahu had a bigger plan than he did. Netanyahu sold him with a PowerPoint. And so now you're getting reports of this. Now, listen, people have said that Netanyahu has like Epstein file information on Trump, and that's why he did it. I'm not going to 100% say that's no chance, but I'm going to give you an alternate theory here that Trump is literally that stupid and arrogant. Netanyahu sold him with a PowerPoint that it'd be easy and done in 2 days. This is the same PowerPoint that Netanyahu has given every past American president. And they all said no. And then he said yes. And the reason I'm saying that is because leaks are coming out now that Trump is like getting more and more furious at Netanyahu for being stuck in this horrible situation. He said, "You're fucking." What was the exact quote from the call? Let me get the exact quote. I wanted to show it because it's actually fucking hilarious. Oh, dude, is it behind a goddamned paywall? The one website I don't have a fucking... Dude, I spend like $500 a month on different websites, and this one's on a paywall? I can put an agent on it. It seems like a way to pass blame. I think there's a part of it to that. Yeah, 100%. But here's the deal. I mean, just strategically, right? Israel has wanted this war for a while. They have wanted a war with Iran. And it's been known within the U.S. State Department that they want that, and so you usually just say no. They support them with money or whatever, but they don't actually get involved in the war. And Trump just fell for this pitch that it would be done in 2 days. And so now he's on the call with him. Dude, I need to have the quote. I wonder if Axios Trump. I can just find it. Because there's now been like 3 different calls like this. I'm trying to find the first one. Where's the fucking... It's really funny. This is one right here. Okay, I found it. Okay. He said, this is Trump's quote to Netanyahu. "You are fucking crazy. You'd be in jail if it weren't for me. Now everyone hates you. Everyone hates Israel because of this." Okay? And Trump is realizing that not only is his base turning on this, but the wider world is, and he's stuck in this war with no real ending. This didn't stop. So every time they've been close to a ceasefire, just to be clear, Israel has bombed Lebanon, which ends the ceasefire. Because Israel has no interest in this war ending or there being a ceasefire. They're all in. They need regime change in Iran, but it is no longer, or never was really, but it's definitely no longer now in Trump's interest or the America's interest. And so finally, that's why I think the Epstein thing is probably less likely. Trump is like repeatedly saying, "Bibi, you better be careful or you'll be on your own very soon." Which is the idea. He's just going to fucking leave. He's just going to pull out and leave it on Israel to fight Iran alone. Which the problem with this line of talk is that with the Strait of Hormuz as a tolling system, they can't realistically leave without severe, severe damage to all of America's alliances and interests and military partners in the Middle East, because they spend a lot of money. They spend a lot of money on American weapons, and they're under the American defense umbrella. And if all that money is going to nothing, they can't protect power in any way, then the whole thing would unravel. So I'm not super believing in this kind of bluff, but it does feel like Trump is turned on what he thought was his close ally in Benjamin Netanyahu. It won't affect Trump. Trump will walk away, I guess, and declare it a win. But yeah, the damage is done. You're kind of stuck either way. I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, we're fine. Oh, here's a compilation. I'm sorry. I wanted to include this. I'm sorry. Maybe cut this the other way. This is the this is the guy who never said I wouldn't start new wars.
Going to start a war because they said I had that personality to start a war. They remember that. Oh, we can't vote for him. He's going to start a war. No, I used my personality that we didn't have to have wars. I was the first president in decades who started no new wars. Who started no new wars and no new wars. No new wars. We don't need the wars. Foreign lands, countries you've never heard of, countries that don't even want us there. I was the first president in decades who started no new wars. I was the first president in decades who started no new wars. We will expel the warmongers from our government.
Oh, yeah, we'll expel them.
We never got into a war with me. I have a great record. We had peace. We had prosperity. We had no wars. We had no wars. That started no wars. We didn't have a war. We will expel the warmongers from our government. We will expel the warmongers from our government.
This probably goes on forever, This goes on for a long time, but I think you get the gist that when he says, I promise no new wars.
And assure.
By the way, there's one more quote.
Our president will start a war with Iran because he has absolutely no ability to negotiate. He's weak and he's ineffective. So the only way he figures that he's going to get reelected, and as sure as you're sitting there, is to start a war with Iran. Now, I'm more militant and more militaristic than the president. I believe in strength. But to start a war in order to get elected, and I believe that's going to happen, would be an outrage. Our president.
Interesting. These quotes. Every accusation is a confession. Yeah. He's so much younger here. Dude, it's 2016 Trump could speak a lot better than he can now, which is a low bar to clear. So that's where we find ourselves, bro. We find ourselves 100 days into this horrendous war. But it does seem, like this just happened. The third call happened, and Trump basically said, listen, you keep fucking up my attempts to get a ceasefire and get out of this to Netanyahu. If you strike Iran, I'm going to start walking away. And then I think immediately they struck Iran. I thought it was Lebanon, actually. But there seems to be no ability to rein them in. The idea was, if you zoom out far enough, again, this is no support in any way for what Israel did in Gaza, but I'm just saying that every one of the major powers, America, Russia, China, has a little bro power in the Middle East because they want to control oil and they want to control the two key straits. They want to have some influence over it. And obviously, the tails have turned here where sort of the tail is wagging the dog. And the strategic interests of Israel seem to be put as a priority above the strategic interests of the United States. And I don't think Trump was doing it in that way. I think he literally thought this war would be won super easily because Venezuela was a success. But as it turns out to be a mess, a quagmire, he is beginning to realize that it's tanking his own popularity. It's going to ruin his party in the midterms. It's driving up gas and food prices, which is unignorable. You can't spin that. No matter how good you are appealing to your base, you cannot spin them filling up the tank of gas and seeing how expensive it is. And so I think he's trying to get out of it. But my worry is that, I think walking away is probably the best case here. But walking away now is leaving us in such a worse spot than we started in. The last thing I want to say on this was it's just a 100-day look. This has been a clusterfuck from the beginning, lies from the beginning, no real gain from the beginning. The best outcome is where we started. What I would say is we are approaching some real stress in the oil market. Now, I am not an expert in the oil market, but the people that are, like, for example, executives at fucking Chevron and ExxonMobil are warning of, like, we are weeks away from $140 oil. We're approaching this. This is a quote that was not done on the record. This is like a conference amongst oil executives. He said, we're approaching unheard of inventory levels. I mean, really, really, really low levels. You can debate, this is like a few days ago. We're going to hit those in 3 weeks or 2 weeks. Once we get that point, you'll see prices shoot up. 150, 160. And the reason this hasn't happened yet, according to oil executives, is because we've all, not just America, but all these major countries, including China, Japan, everyone, have been draining their strategic reserves. We've been just full tilt draining the reserves. And if you look at the reserves, it's starting to get pretty bad. I'll have a slide here. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here we go. Oil stocks. There it is. Oil stocks are at our lowest level since 2004 in our strategic reserve. Okay? Our pile of emergency oil is shrinking fast. We've been doing this behind the scenes to try and keep a lid on oil prices. But Neil Chapman, SVP of ExxonMobil, is saying that it's getting really bad. Now, I want to show you. This is Japan's strategic reserve. This is the crude oil inventories of Japan. They are cratering since the war began. This is a bit of a chart crime. This is a bit of a chart crime because it doesn't start at zero. So I zoomed it out. But understand still, the absolute speed and magnitude of this drop is unprecedented. If you look at the actual thing, oh, you can't even see it. Let me do it like this. I made it. but it's like a third of their oil reserves gone in a few days. This is a few weeks out of date, by the way. This is a few weeks out of date. So it's still really bad. It's the largest ever drawdown. By the way, I've been looking into this more. I've been trying to understand this. So basically, a strategic petroleum reserve holds tons and tons and tons of oil. But for the machine to run, and again, I'm trying to get the mechanics right, but this is what all the experts say, is that like at around 1/3, it's like operational limit. Like you can't actually go underneath that without causing it to break. Like the thing no longer runs effectively. So you basically only have till like right here before it no longer functions the way it's supposed to. So we're seeing all these countries, America included, drain their reserves super fast. By the way, the last thing I'll say that I was mentioning earlier is that, again, these are the leaks coming out, that all the war games and warnings done by the branches of the military all said, hey, the Strait of Hormuz is going to be a huge problem. You probably shouldn't do this invasion. And he personally overruled it to do the war. And now we're dealing with the consequences on a global scale of one man's stupidity. So, yeah, I guess I'll just wrap up by saying that I'm not super happy with. I think it's the worst decision by a president. I mean, maybe since Bush going to Iraq, and certainly one of the worst of my lifetime. And I think the worst of both Trump terms. And I think it's the one that takes him down. So we're in it now. I'm still MAGA. Yeah. No, I'm still a believer. Don't get me wrong. Believe me, I'm still wearing the hat. I'm starting to question things of my God King. Obviously, I'm not gonna. Obviously, I'm. Ari shutting the window. Yeah, I mean, it's just wow. This full thing is like, yeah. I think crude being in this 90 to 110 for the last few weeks has been mitigated by running down inventories. It can't last forever, so we'll see what happens. Now, again, like experts have been saying that like things will get worse from the Hormuz closure than they've looked for a while now, and it hasn't materialized. So I don't want to make a hardcore prediction because for me, I was like, damn, this is crazy. Why is it causing more damage to the oil markets? They're up, but they're not insanely up. But it feels like the big question mark has been the draining of the reserves. And if that stops or slows, then you start to see real price problems. Which we're headed towards. And at that point, I mean, listen, if you think things are bad now, or people are angry now, if this does happen, he will be forced to cut and run. If this actually happens. So it is in his best interest, which is probably why he's freaking out at Netanyahu for blowing up the ceasefire. It's in his best interest to get some sort of face-saving ending now. Something that can walk away. Because if he lets it go, the public pressure will be so pronounced, and the War Powers Act might get the 2/3 majority to pass the Senate, and then he doesn't even, it's veto proof, and then he'll be forced to stop it, and that'll be much worse for him and the whole thing. So there's just no Iran is in a bad economic position. Iran's economy's in the toilet. Their currency is dog shit. It's not great, but they have no incentive to make a deal because the longer they wait, it's in their favor. The time is on their side. They're already in a rough economic spot. It's not like it's like insanely worse. And the longer they wait, the more the voting pressure and the public pressure on Trump increases. So we'll see. But that's just an update on the 100 days of the war. I do think it's bad. I think it's bad. So when the SPR gets to 1/3 full, the whole global shipping system gets crashed. I don't know if the shipping system crashes. What will happen is oil prices will increase substantially. And when they get that high, you start to have what's called demand destruction, which means people use oil less, like significantly. If oil prices get to 150, people can't afford it. Like many third world countries can no longer afford oil. Many like shipping things don't make sense. It's too expensive to ship certain goods. So all that starts to happen. You start to get massive demand destruction, which brings oil prices back down. But that's the only way you get demand back down at that point. You can't print oil. You can print money, but you can't print oil. And at those prices, you'll have real changes. And like, by the way, this quote, the Exxon CEO quote, and the Chevron executive who said the same thing. These quotes were made in an environment where it looked like there'd be a ceasefire soon, like an end of the war soon. If that doesn't happen, if things are still going on, which it seems like they are, it's like question mark how high oil could get. But the Dow is up, so it can't be that bad. So this is what it takes to get everyone to switch to renewables. My goat, Donald, is playing 5D checkers. Yes, obviously there's the angle that Donald J. Trump is an eco-warrior who has planned all this from the beginning to increase solar panel sales. And I think it is a truly genius move. He is Lelouching it. But I'm not quite sure we can give him all that credit. I'm not quite sure. Hey, oh, guys, I'm sorry. I went a little long today. I went a little short today. It's a 3-hour stream at 5:30. I do have to go help Ari get ready for dinner. I'm sorry. I actually literally thought I had more time. It's a short stream today. It's a 5:30 stream. Thank you for watching. We did our first, that time went by quickly. I have to prepare the cleaning house. I said I'd be done by 5:30. Guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate you. I'll be back. I will be live tomorrow. I'll be live tomorrow for 7 a.m. Nintendo Direct. I have a presentation on Nintendo, and I have a Nintendo Direct coverage. So, but it's a very short stream tomorrow. I'm usually not live Tuesdays. I'll be back Wednesday with just news discussion and a big gaming day. We're going to beat 007 on Wednesday. 07, thank you for watching. Let's raid somebody. Is Stans live? I'd love to raid Stans. He's not live. Tyler 1 is live. Coney is live. Link is, let's raid Linkus. He's playing Hollow Knight Silksong. Wait, he's beating Silksong. Wait, guys, fucking Linkus is beating Silksong for the first time. Give him some love. Okay. Goodbye. What was the Jensen Huang? Jensen is just on a fucking tour to try and pump Korean stocks so that they don't bring everything else down. Jensen is like, I'm going to buy every fucking stick of memory that the Korea ever makes. Don't you worry about that, to try and pump it back up, because Korea was dragging everything down. They hit their limit down. Listen, everybody involved, all the CEOs involved, Jensen Huang, Sam Altman, all these people, they've got a real incentive to keep even their competitors from going down, because anyone breaking takes the whole fucking story down with it. All right. Goodbye. See you tomorrow. Bye.